everybody. Welcome to Take 2 of Season 4, Game 1, for the Wave Gamers King of the Hill League. We had a bit of a problem with one of our lobby settings, but everything's good to go. This game's going to happen. We have Ad Ultimus versus the Epicurean Tango Lovers. I'm not even going to try to parse that. So this is the first game of Season 4. Tangos are delicious. I think pretty much undeniably the best name in Wave Gamers history would had to have been "It Takes Trees to Tango." That was a good name. He did a good job. So yeah, this is the first game of our in-house league. Our two captains for today were Wave.Riptide, newly Wave.Riptide's Conewolf is playing as a challenger against Kickapew, who's the king for our first game. So the winner of this game will go on to be the king for the next game, and we'll get 1 point. First to 10-point wins. We do these every Saturday at around 10 GMT, or between 5 and 10 GMT. So that's about noon to 4 to 5ish in the East Coast. West Coast sort of the 9 to 2, or maybe a little later than that. So if you're interested in watching or playing or anything, come check us out. But now back to the game. So we've had Death Prophet and Brewmaster bands for Conewolf, Silencer and Faceless Void bands for the Epicurean Tango Lovers. The Ad Ultimus first picked the Ogre Magi, a strong support, useful in a lot of situations. Epicurean Tango Lovers immediately went for the Bat Rider and the Io. The Bat Rider is, of course, Victor, the captain of Wave International. That is his go-to hero. He is very, very potent with that hero. And he runs an excellent dual lane with Gimli's Io, although Gimli actually runs the Io mid every now and then. He's a character, and he has interesting choices. But there's a very high chance this is a dual lane. I've seen these guys run this in pubs. They can get kills with it. Yes.
The first Radiant pick.
The first, the second... the first... Okay, Our Devourer is not in this lobby. You are in the wrong lobby.
I'm in the wrong lobby.
Did you leave the lobby when we did the remake, or did you just stay in there? Okay, so what happened is you're in the wrong lobby, and those are just the random picks that are being made. So...
I was like, gosh, they're just running down their reserve.
Yeah, no, you didn't join the right lobby, but what we need to do is we'll need to do an all-pick remake at the end of this draft, and it'll be fine. Let me just go tell people that really quick. Strong. Well, definitely a pugna game in that one, but not this game. You hold the stream real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hey guys, just want to let you know, everything's fine. We're going to do an AP remake at the end of the draft. Just let you know. Hey, everything's fine. I just need to let you guys know we're going to do an AP remake at the end of the draft. There was another small technical issues, but it's fine. AP remake at the end of the draft. Keep going. All right.
I don't know what that portends.
What portends? What? I'm back. But that game is not happening. I want to make this very clear that game is not a real game.
It's going to happen, I assume, on the bots.
No, because you're going to leave the game and then it will end. And it will not occur. So you should leave it now. I know, but you should leave it now. Because you're also very confusing. Okay. So, Nature's Prophet and Centaur Warner banned out for ETL for our Radiant team, for Kick's team. Ad Ultimus choosing to ban out the Venomancer, who's definitely been one of the rising heroes in the meta lately, along with the Kunkka, which is an interesting ban. I don't think it's a bad ban, certainly, but interesting. Also nothing. We have Ogre Magi and Lycan for the Dire, Bat Rider and Io for the Radiant, and it's Radiant's pick. Any insights? Any thoughts?
Nope, I have no insights.
Okay, well they picked Sand King, so there's that.
I've already forgotten the ones you said before Sand King, so I really don't think I can.
Fair enough. It'll be interesting to see how they run this. If they do run the Bat Rider Io typically as a dual off lane, they could try to pick up a strong solo laner and have Sand King mostly running in and out of the jungle. But again, Gimli likes to run that Io mid, so there is some possibility of them doing that. But I would be very surprised. They've just picked up the Viper on the Radiant, which probably will be a solo safe lane Viper, although it could be a mid Viper. But I would guess it's a solo safe lane Viper. up against whoever they put in the off lane, which will allow Sand King to move in and out, get some early levels, but mostly focus on the jungle. And Ad Ultimus picks up the Broodmother as their Dire. If that is the lineup, Broodmother can actually handle a Viper solo safe lane relatively well. Broodmother, of course, very recently added to Captain's Mode. Some people think that she's overpowered. A very different playstyle than your average Dota hero. So it'll be interesting to see what role she has in this game. I actually didn't know that any of the guys on that team were big Broodmother players. So perhaps this will be someone's kind of guild Broodmother debut. Interesting. Inaugural Broodmother.
Also, this means we'll get to hear David complain about gems.
Why do I complain about gyms? Oh, yeah. I don't know. That assumes that someone will buy a gym, which is someone will buy a gym. Yeah, that's probably not.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're not a good item. They make Dota not fun. Volvo, please nerf gym. I get that invisibility is for noobs, but invisibility is for noobs in large part because gyms exist. I don't like it that one of the main mechanics of the game is just considered like bad. So yeah. Legion Commander last ban for Ad Ultimus, along with the Shadow Fiend last ban for the Epicurean Tango Lovers. Is that sexual, Livy? Can you give us your judgment? Keeping in mind this is it's a heavy PG stream, so let's not get too far deep into this. But
I'm gonna go with no.
You're going with no. Okay.
No.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Because if it was referring to tango the dance, that would be kind of.
Well, it's to some extent a double entendre with the dance. Okay, Necro is the last pick for Epicurean Tango Lover, and Troll. This is not surprising at all. Troll Warlord, a very favorited hero by Conewolf, both to play and to draft. I know he loves that hero, and this is going to be very interesting. The Dire are bringing up a Lycan, Broodmother, and Troll Warlord team, all of which will buff those spiders so much. So that'll be very interesting, but we're going to create another lobby real quick. And everyone should leave any lobbies that they are not in and join them. And then join the appropriate casting channels if they need to join one of the appropriate casting channels. And we're going to do a quick AP remake, and then we'll just actually play the game, which will be fun. It's fun to play the game. Much better than not playing the game. It turns out that Dota is good. I think we are waiting on someone from the Radiant. Okay, it's Bobby. He's coming. All right. I'm just going to start the game. Right now.
Games tomorrow and games yesterday.
Okay, never.
Games today.
Exactly. So do you know what Lycan and how Lycan and Troll relate to Broodmother, Libby? Also nothing. Okay.
Well, there will be lots of little dudes.
Oh, how there will. This is in fact just the thing. So Lycan, so Broodmother, Lycan creates some little dudes, and then you know Broodmother. She creates. Yeah, she creates a lot of little dudes, right? Is he just going to get into some sort of ridiculous Russian doll situation?
Russian doll situation.
Of course.
I think your children
are too young
to be having children.
Perhaps so. So as you know, they Lycan and Broodmother just create a bunch of little dudes. Lycan has an ability called Howl, which gives a buff to every person on his team, including little dudes. And it's a pretty nice buff. It's attack speed and damage. And then Troll has an ability which gives a big attack speed bonus to every unit on his team, including all the little dudes. So they're going to have Lycan's Howl. No, temporarily. Howl as well. But Lycan's Howl and Troll's ult are both going to make those Broodmother spiders, if there's enough of them, do a lot of damage. This is one of the perfect storm is being created. And they also have Vengeful Spirit, who has that aura, right, which gives everyone bonus damage, and including the little dudes, as you call them. And Ogre Magi's, his Bloodlust, once he gets in his ultimate and can multicast, he will be able, with multicast, it'll be able to apply in an area, so he can buff all the dudes in the area.
So basically, I hope you enjoy your towers.
That's what they're going for. Can you hear me in game? You shouldn't be able to.
No.
Alright, good. That means you have mute code backers on. Would you like to introduce one of our teams real quick? Either one fitting your fancy more?
So on the Radiant, Kickapew.
Yes.
On
Bombadil. Like, hey, Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadillo.
I kind of felt that he's playing Viper and Mark is playing Sand King.
Thank you very much. And on the Dire side, playing for what are listed as at Ultimates here, now Wave Specific, we have Ray from Wave.Riptide, and he's going to walk up into Batrider and Io here just to place this ward. I think that was probably seen, and Gimli does have a sentry ward, so this may be a quick D ward. And they place the sentry down as well. Flozo playing the Ogre Magi is also right there with him. It'll be interesting to see. Gimli's coming with the sentry. He places it, and that's going to be a double D ward for the Radiant. Strong start over here at the top rune, and Riptide. I'm sorry, the Dire have just seen that, and they are not happy. Although Flozo does get a haste rune. Right out their team real quick. We have Conewolf, going to be a safe lane carrying on that Lycan. 420 Drawbridge, as he is commonly known, is going to be playing this troll in the mid lane. And then solo safe lane in the bottom lane, we have Blue Slice with a Broodmother, has the Soul Ring recipe, and as long as we give regen, so we'll be looking to probably pick up the Sage's Mask as soon as possible. And we're back into the game. So it is going to be the dual lanes that we talked about. Io, Batrider, dual lane, off lane. And then the Viper as a more or less solo safe laner against his Broodmother with Umar going in and out, but probably going to be doing a lot of level jungles once he gets, especially that level 3. In the early goings, we see Troll doing quite well against this Necrophos. He's got the same last hits, but has really bullied him out of lane a little bit, kind of forcing him to stay on his hill. Kickapew is rushing that bottle, so has only just a little mantle of intelligence. No shared tangos, no nothing. So, considering that, he's actually, I guess, doing okay. And Troll sees this now. He wants to punish him. Oh, Kickapew tries to man up. Troll throws out his ranged axes, but Kick just heals himself. He's fine, but he may be forced back to the well here, although his bottle is coming. He'll probably just take a couple sips and then crow it back to let it heal up. Up top, Gimli and Batrider are starting to move in the jungle. They're already doing a lot of damage to this Vengeful Spirit. She has 3 stacks on here. Flozo throws out the stun, tries to give her some vision. There's a clap from the troll. Everyone's fine, but Gimli and Batrider are going to look to be very, very aggressive in this lane. They're going to look for kills, and they are definitely a team, a duo which can find them. I've seen them do it with this particular dual lane. So, Conewolf doing a good job just giving him the teams the space with those wolves. He does feed them, but they get Gimli a little bit low and give him some space to farm. The Dire supports are looking to pull. It looks like they kind of want to smoke, but Conewolf is having trouble farming against these spirits from the Io. I know for a fact that Gimli is very, very competent with using those to harass in lane. Looking at the last hits, early on, Viper now at 9-2, leading the charge. Definitely doing strong in that solo safe lane, with, of course, Viper being one of the stronger solo safe laners in the game. Blue Slice is up to level 3. But both Radiant offlaners are already up to level 2. And, you know, with a little bit of room in level 2. So, it looks to be pretty even. Any strong thoughts, any particular impressions that you see in the start of the game, Libby?
I'm really enjoying being able to zoom out so far.
You can zoom out pretty damn far. Yeah. That is not what it feels like playing. In the middle, we see 420 Drawbridge go in hard on this Kickapew. He is bottling up. He's got a couple hits him. He throws one range axe. Oh, one more would have killed him. But Drawbridge, of course, could not have died. That tower was very low himself. But Kickapew is really struggling here. He's 7-1 to Troll's 12-5. Has been forced back to lane. He's gonna have a TP scroll and a magic escape for when he gets there, but this Troll's having a good lane. Big fight up top. Ray in the Batrider flames. He's got 2 stacks on him. Batrider's trying to chase him down, and they can't do damage. But a big stun comes out on Victor. Io's chasing. Someone's gonna die here. Who's gonna die first? It looks like it's gonna be Victor dies first. Ray only has 3 stacks left. Io's trying to finish him with the ball. He gets it on the right click, but now he's in trouble. And Drawbridge there. It's a double kill for the Dire. That's not a good trade for them. Their aggressive offlane just fed 2 kills. There's going to be a lot of gold and a lot of levels to the Dire trial lane. Stood up much stronger than I think that they were prepared for them doing. This is a duel which they expect to be scary, and they just got shown up. Very close though. Almost killed off that Vengeful Spirit. He immediately starts manning up on Ogre. I mean, Conewolf is not doing well. I mean, he's not. He has 10 last hits in this lane. Nowhere near the Viper's free farm with the 20, or even his teammate Troll in the mid lane. But they're not getting kills, and they're not really getting that much farm. Io has 7 last hits, and Batrider has 4, so they actually have more last hits than the Lycan does. Although, okay, Finch has a few last hits herself. They do manage to de-ward this Radiant's off-lane ward here, so that'll definitely prevent them from being as confident going into the jungle, can maybe start setting up some traps for them to go in. Broodmother has now picked up a pretty good number of spiders here in the bottom lane, and of course, Viper cannot clear waves particularly quickly. Does not have really any AoE. Really, the best way for him to clear waves is with his corrosive skin, which is, that's not really what you want when you're looking for a way to clear waves is, yeah, you know, hit me, let them hurt me. Not really what you're going for. Umark tries to man up on Blue Slice down here in the bottom lane. Blue Slice is not in one of his nets. Oh, and Patrol does kill Necro as well. I thought that was for the bottom fight. Victor and Gimli are going on this Ogre, and he has just walked away from his teammates, and he is going to die. You cannot walk away from your teammates. You will get slowed. You will get killed. And now Riptide's trying to run in and help, but he needs to get out of here. Yeah, don't get separated when Io and Batrider are taking you. Try to get together and focus on killing. Focus on one of them, because if you get either down low, there's too many ways for them to heal up. Gimli has now picked up his bottle, has the Orb of Venom, so he's got a lot of harassing tools for him, and that ball is really going to give him a lot of sustain in this off lane. And Conewolf, he's been forced back. I'm not totally sure why he's walking back to base here. He may just be... I'm not sure, but he is. He's low health. Might be just going to pick up some boots and a TP scroll and come back in, but probably could have gotten that from the side shot. But he's going to head back. Sand King is still in this bottom lane. Uh-oh, they now have vision of Blue Slice. Blue Slice moves back, but I don't think he may have seen the Sentry Ward. I'm not sure. They're definitely looking to set up our kill here if they can. Ooh, Bombadil throws out the Viper Strike. He knows that he's visible there. He knows there's a Sentry. He doesn't have a Sentry on him now, but he will probably be looking to get one out soon because he knows he's in trouble. And Sand King is just sandstorming this lane, trying to help clear those waves, trying to keep pushed back. The farms continued well for Viper, but both Troll and Broodmother are also farming very well. Broodmother now, in fact, ahead of the Viper in last hits. So Blue Slice is probably pretty happy with this lane, although he's going to want to get rid of that Sentry. Up top, we see another big push going in with Batrider charging in on this dual lane, but only a couple napalm stacks. Troll has now picked up an invis room and is moving bottom. They want to gank this safe lane, put some pressure on the Viper. Viper, of course, a very strong hero in 1v1, but has very little mobility, no escapes, no real AoE, so definitely very gankable, especially in the early game before he's had a chance to tank up. But it looks like Blue Slice is going to just man mode on this tower. Should fall here. Viper's going to look to deny it. Troll's going to go actually on this Sand King and get the kill. Viper gets to deny on the tower as well. So that's two big wins for the Dire. Although the Radiant have tracked out Conewolf here in the jungle, and he's going to fall. This is that Io Batrider battle dual lane that we talked about at the beginning. Very strong. We know for a fact that these guys are very aggressive on dual lane. Yeah, Troll wants him. He does get the slow out. Blue Slice is chasing. I'm not sure they're going to have enough damage here, especially with the TP in. Bombadil turns around, throws Viper Strike on Blue Slice, and he's going to die here. Wow, what bravery. And what, you know, that was double-digit health for Viper there, so one more good array of attacks will help him survive. But he's a tanky hero. He's farmed well. He already has his Aquila up, so had a little bit of armor there to help him, but 800 health. But okay, now Troll has moved up here. They've moved the Lycan middle so they can try to get him some more farm and levels. He just got his level 6. We'll be up against this Necro, but I have a feeling Kick's going to be pretty happy to be facing this lane. He's got a decent hero matchup with the Necrophos, can just death pulse down those wolves, and I think he'll be happy to lane against Conewolf and get some respite from that Troll. Although Troll is now coming up here in this top lane. They won Victor. He spins in. Victor's in trouble. Io can't prevent all that dual burst damage, and with a ton of bashes from that Troll, and all the great lockdown from the supports, he does get the kill. Blue Slice has now moved middle, so after that tier 1 has fallen, he can move here. But again, this is not a great lane for Blue Slice. Necro's not scared of no spiders. That's what Death Bolts was invented for. Although it does not see, it does not hit units in the fog, if I remember correctly. Victor's going on this Troll. Only one stack on him, and he has a phase boots. He should be fine. But now all 3 Dire heroes pushing this top lane. Gimli's sitting here bottling up, trying to figure out where he needs to go. They put a lot of... that's Io TPing in. They're probably going to go for someone here. Right throws down a quick stun. That means Vengeful Spirit has to turn around. Flozo does another stun too. They're damaged. They're in the fire. Flozo's got 3 stacks on him. He's probably going to die, but here comes the courier. The courier running a Vengeful. But will anyone turn around and see it? They ping it. They go for it. 1 hit from Gimli. But no, Conewolf was trying to man up here, but he's going to take a lot of damage from that fire, and he just gets lassoed as his ultimate comes out. They try to put the slow on him, but you can't slow Lycan in his ult form, and he's doing a lot of damage to Victor here. He's going to put some stacks on him, but you can't slow Lycan in his ult form. He's blocking himself with his own wolves. His wolves are going after him, but Io's healing him up. Conewolf is diving this tower. He's got 3 stacks on him already. Doesn't have that much longer on his ult. He needs to run. He's taking a lot of tower damage. The eyeballs come out, and he's dead. Gimli gets the hill behind his own tower. And Necro comes out taking it. That's 2 big kills. Top farming cores. Or the top 3 cores on 2 of the top 3 cores on that ultimate just died. Yes, that Necro ult is a bitch. It is a bitch. But yeah, the important story here is you cannot slow Lycan in his ult form. So IO slow, Napalm slow, not gonna work. Although those Napalms did give the extra damage necessary for Victor to get and Gimli to get the kill with the Spirit Balls. They do a great job here pulling this wave in here with the Firefly, letting it die before it gets to the tower. Kickapew has an invis rune, and he's scattered out. The 3 heroes are rotating top, but they do manage to destroy this tower. But they're going to keep going. Kickapew's moving out. I'd be surprised to see Radiant continuing to push this lane. Meanwhile, however, Blue Slice has gotten free farm in this bottom lane. He's got something coming out to him on the courier. It is a Hand of Midas recipe. So, he no longer doesn't have the glove. Oh, he just got his Hand of Midas recipe. Okay, the courier's came to him. So in about 100 gold, he will have a Hand of Midas. Pretty late, but it looks like Dire believes that they can do this late game. They had a strong dual lane, strong lanes all around, but they think they have the late game. They think they can outscale the team here. Victor flying around with his Firefly. He does not have his Blink Dagger. He's going to be looking for himself. Stands in front of the Steer Tower, and that's all it looks like Radiant Dire wanted. They do stun the Viper. Everyone focusing on him. Another stun comes out, but Isle healing up, and he relocates him out! What a clutch relocate from Io, saving his ally, who I 99% sure would have died there. Great reaction from Gimli. Great game sense. But while this is going on, Blue Slice is pushing this tier 2 bottom. When this tower falls, Radiant will have no way to defend themselves from this jungle. Io TP's back in, and they get a big ult on Conewolf, down for 55 seconds. Troll falls as well. Viper's turning around. Here comes the Sand King ult. It's largely missing, but they are chasing Vengeful Spirit. That's 3 heroes dead, and Flozo's in trouble. He's got slows on him. Kickapew's coming after him. Gimli's slowing him with the Orb of Venom. Kickapew heals his teammates. He's trying to steal. He's definitely dead now, just trying to delay for his teammate, and he falls to Kickapew. That's a dominating streak. A triple kill for Kickapew. After a very tough lane, he'll be doing much happier about what's happening here. But Blue Slice does manage to get those towers. Score is now 11-5, and Radiant's pushing on this Dire tier 2 tower. They can sustain this push pretty hard with Io and Bombadil, who is choosing to go for the mech. Will have it finished at another 700 gold, but has all 2 pieces, the other 2 pieces ready to go. Has the headdress in his inventory though. He needs to turn your Aquila on Bombadil. You're pushing and your Aquila is off. So yeah, also it looks like we saw definitely a good start there for the Radiant. They know that they need to push. They know they're probably not going to scale quite as hard as the Dire team. Won a big fight there, got another tier 1 tower, but they've already lost a tier 1 and a tier 2 themselves, and this is just going to give more space for Broodmother to farm. Oh, the Kickapew's chasing your jungle, he's fine. How do you see this game developing? Any strong thoughts? That's fine. Riptide is here, just pushing this lane in, denying, because why not? They're not Riptide, he's Ray. I'm going to call those guys Riptide for a while now, just to mess with them. Rider picks up another smoke. So Troll is supposed to be like the ugliest hero. Is that true?
I don't know, I mean, I just feel like he's not human.
Well, he is a troll.
On that plane, so honestly, I don't feel like this hero is super soft.
That's fired. Victor is going on this middle. Great step from Riptide, trying to block out, and the Vengeful Spirit. That would have been great if Battler had a Blink Dagger, because he couldn't use his Blink Dagger, but he didn't have a Blink Dagger. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
Timber Saw?
Timber Saw with his second eyes. Okay.
Well, don't you respect his like mad engineering skills?
You can be smart and
Okay. Victor, I've come up here. Gonna try to clear these spiders. Good. They're clearing them pretty fast, but they're still gonna take a lot of damage on this tower. Should get below 300, but I don't think it's gonna fall right here. Io TP's middle though. Oh boy. They relocated out to defend the tower, and that may have been a mistake. Oh, Victor's trying to kill this catapult.
Kill the catapult first, guys.
Well, he's Batrider. His ability to kill mechanical units is not great. Wow, although it looks like Conewolf is just now going to pick up the rest of his Vlads. Necro is moving into the dire jungle, but he's going to be found by Blue Slice. Blue Slice could throw out his ultimate here if he wants to try to take him down. No, he's going to let him go. Doesn't probably Batrider there to support, so maybe the wise decision. Conewolf has just now finished Vlads and is walking into a very dangerous situation with a TP coming in. As another coming out, he wants Conewolf, but he just does not have the farm. 1900 gold, still trying to build towards that Blink Dagger. That dual lane did not go the way that he expected it to. Now they're chasing after Drawbridge. He's running, but he's in trouble. Victor's got one napalm stack on him. He's bottling up. He has the phase boots, and they're going to have to turn. Vengeful Spirit was able to deny that bottom tower to Viper's push. So that's a small win for the Dire. Drawbridge is in here trying to clear these waves. Not a lot of lockdown other than the Sand King, although Sand King does have his Blink Dagger. So it has not happened for the previous fight, so I think we're going to be looking for that to perhaps be a difference maker for this next big engagement. Can use that to initiate or use that to follow up really hard with a channeling his ult and then shift queuing the Blink stun in to the fight to make sure he gets maximum damage with everyone sitting right there enjoying that little earthquake on top of the head. Although Conewolf does blow up the Necrophos. This has not been a great game for Kick. And Broodmother does finish that top tier 2. I've seen this a lot more from Broodmothers. A lot of early switching after they finish the tier 1, tier 2, which is of course a very understandable situation because it's not hard to push high ground and you sort of waste Broodmother's great lane control. But with that said, big fight here, looking to break out here middle. Waves are meeting, although Radiant Mirror tier 1 is probably just going to be denied. Yeah, they're going to back out. Not comfortable going into all 5 heroes, so Radiant gets a deny. But Broodmother, meanwhile, was just pushing up top. Top tower taking a little bit of chip damage now, but there's no web there, and there's going to be a TP in, so...
What's the percentage of towers that have been denied? It's at least 3.
Well, if I remember correctly, it was bottom tier 1 for Vengeful Spirit. Oh, what, bottom?
I think the bottom tier 1s were
Was bottom tier 1 denied? Okay, bottom tier 1 was denied, bottom tier 1 Radiant denied, bottom tier 1 Dire denied. Middle tier 1 Radiant was denied. I believe middle tier 1 Dire fell. So 3 out of 6 towers. So 50% of towers have been denied. Good TP rotations. I mean, I think that's maybe a little bit more believable considering that most of the towers have not come from like big fights where there's some push after the fight, but a lot of split push. So it's a lot easier for the tier 1s. Yeah, I'd agree. No, that's a good point. 17 minutes in, 11-7. We've definitely seen some fights, but not like a lot of big clashes. And I think that, the Dire seems to think that that's fitting with them. They went for the Midas. They have the scaling right clickers in Troll and Lycan. They have a lot of attack speed buff, which is of course great for the late game. Sand King is getting harassed by these Broodmother spiders, but just says, I'll just Sandstorm, dude. It's cool with me. Radiant can pressure here on this middle lane, but I'm kind of not sure how much they're accomplishing. You know what I mean? Like, Broodmother's still split pushing. Although we do see a big dive in here. Victor grabs the Broodmother. Okay, well, see, Batrider shows his blink. So you want to do, guys, as soon as you get your blink, next time they see you on the map, you want to get a kill with it. That's how they should see you next, so they don't have any chance to scout it out. Drawbridge does manage to pick up Invis Rune on his Troll Warlord. So, but that's a big kill. Broodmother, very high level with that Midas, already level 11. Oh, that's not as high as I thought she might be. Yeah, okay. Also, she will get high level. It's important to kill her when you can, but again, the Conewolf and Troll continue to be farmed. Conewolf obviously had a very tough lane, but now has Vlad's power treads and 1400 gold in the bank, so he's starting to pick on farm a little bit. I'm going to switch over to... go ahead.
The Spidermans died with their mother.
No. Almost all summons that are true minions, so to speak, do not. Kickapew is getting dived hard by this troll. He's going to fall. He does have blink, but no lasso. So he's just slowing him down here. Io's coming in. They want this troll. They want to punish him for his aggression. Sand King ult comes out. Does a lot of damage to this Vengeful Spirit. She should fall. Viper's going to finish her off. Troll is getting chased down and falls to Io and Batrider. So that's a good punish for that dive on Necrophos. It looked like it didn't get the TPs in fast enough, but they managed to kill the Troll along with the Vengeful Spirit. They do use the Sand King ult, but Lasso is cooling down in 5 seconds, so they can push and try to get another kill maybe in the jungle. Blue Slice pushing in some more on this top lane has definitely decided to take over. Normally you see Broodmother focus on taking over the Dire jungle, but again, once she's gotten that tier 2, she'll probably finish off this tier 2 top, then look to take the tier 2 middle. And then I've seen a lot of Broodmothers actually put their focus on controlling Roshan, and that sort of becomes the next big objective that the next part of the game goes to. Vengeful Spirit does manage to survive, but it looks like Riptide's going to die in her place. Sorry, Flo's going to die in her place, and Ray is still running. Lycan pops his ult and runs in just to scare people off, but he does not have enough damage to really fight here. Umar even tries to go in for another stun, but he's managed to stave off this push. We should be able to save the tower for now. As we see Broodmother, Troll TP back in. Broodmother is pushing with her spiders top, and that's a lot of spiders. So let's see if Troll ulted right now. He should ult because he's got a ton of minions doing a lot of damage. Ult Troll. Yeah. Troll use your ult. Troll did not use ult. It's going to be a fortify, and it looks like Sand King and Necro are going to come save the tower yet again. That's actually a lot of farm. So, should have been a Troll ult there. But we are going to see the Dire smoke into Roche with just 3 heroes, but they can definitely do it with these 3. Lycan and Troll are 2 of the best Roche heroes in this game, and look at Roche just melt all this physical damage, including that damage buff from Vengeful Spirit's Wave of Terror and Vengeance Aura. You ever seen a Roche fall that fast at 20 minutes, Libby?
I have not seen a Roche fall that fast 20 minutes. I don't think I've seen a Roche fall that fast ever.
Welcome to Lycan and Troll. This is what they do. When I said that they were able to buff each other to deal a lot of damage really fast, I was not joking. Blue Slice has his spiders in here. Look at them spiders. That's a lot of spiders. Not if you're Broodmother. Not if you got a Troll ult. Every single one of those spiders, every time Troll uses his ult, which only costs 75 mana and has a 30-second cooldown, gain 120 attack speed for 7 seconds. That's a lot of attack speed. Oh, right. Well, he was just grouping them up because after they finished that camp, he shift queued them to go push down the bottom lane. Oh, wow. Victor gets a kill on Ogre Magi here at this camp. So this Batrider is in full form. Definitely, again, did not have the start that necessarily wanted, but he's already 4-2 on that Batrider. Gimli 6-2, his typical ganking partner. This is a ganking duo that these guys have. It looks like it works. Troll picks up a bounty rune here. He has a Yasha in his inventory, probably an SNY for him next, but it's not clear. Looks like it's going to put some pressure on this lane. So, the Dire definitely seems to feel like they can go late. And I think on paper they're right. But they're not really picking up a lot of kills here. And they're not really accomplishing that much. Sand King is doing a great job staving off the split push. Io and Batrider really putting pressure all around the map, making everyone feel afraid to farm.
Yeah, what is time for?
What's the time for?
We're gonna push you guys.
We're gonna push you guys. Well, their team. That's an interesting point. They have a lot of pushing power, but they don't really have a lot of team fight. You know, what's the AOE on the Dire? What's their lockdown? Where's their easy control? They don't really have it. They have damage. They can take towers really fast, but they're a team that thinks that they want to split push. But they're not. Well, they're trying. They're trying. But perhaps they should be doing more. Blue Slice is going to be able to push this bottom lane. Vengeful Spirit is TPing back up. Batrider wants to go in this person that's TPing in. Gets stunned by Flozo though. There's going to be an instant coming out of victory. He's still very squishy. He falls. Broodmother even gets some spiders. And Conewolf has popped his ultimate. Io says, I'm out, bros. Conewolf just goes onto Viper. Is chasing him down. Will not be slowed. Drawbridge going up on this kick on Kickapew. Gets stunned. Gets the Necro ult. But that Necro ult does not do anything when it's on the Aegis. There's big swap on Umar from Ray. They pull him back. He should fall. Vengeful Spirit takes him. That's 3 kills for the Dire. And where was that? You know, they need to win a team fight. They're not winning a team fight. Might have been that team fight. Kickapew's trying to push this back. Troll wants him though. He did go for the SNY, so he is a fast mofo. Has his phase boots too. Gets the slow on him. Kick has his ult here, but Drawbridge does a lot of damage. Gets the bash. Here comes Viper trying to push him back. Gets his ult off though. Should chase him here. Brings out the ult. Gets an orb. Needs to use his phase boots. Use your phase boots, but Troll's too fast to the SNY. Here comes Batrider though. He's got a blink. Does not have his 4-step though, and his blink's on cooldown. Looks like Troll's gonna get out. He bottles up. So that's 4 kills for the Dire. Oh, he's going for this bounty rune. He gets it. He's there. Gets the slow on Victor. Victor pulls him up the hill. Oh, that's ambitious. But now Troll just bashes him. He does manage to barely get off, but he gets him with the ranged axes. Oh, wow. What a play from Drawbridge on that Troll. Does manage to walk out of the fire. Oh, he's trying to bottle up. He's probably still going to die of the fire here. 14 health. I think it was 13 health at its lowest there. Wow. He's stuck up here, though. Although they are meanwhile, they just push and take bottom. Umar goes in with here. Gets a double kill. Killing off Lycan and Vengeful Spirit. Troll trapped in here. They get the stun on Gimli, though. Oh, but he tampers out. The last second falls to the damage over time for Blue Slice. And Necrophos pushes him back. Troll still trapped.
TP.
Although, here coming on the courier is a TP score.
There we go.
Sad Troll. Wow, Umar gets another kill on Broodmother. Umar is playing out of his mind on the Sand King. He has really done a lot to stop the split push, to keep the Dire from not pressuring towers, with great sandstorms, really good positioning, using that Blink Dagger, getting his stuns off, and it's really contributed a lot. Even though his first ult was a bit of a whiff, his other two have made a really big difference in taking some fights that they would not have won otherwise. Lasso on Troll middle. Batrider grabs him. He's trying to pull him back into Sand King, but there's no one really there. And here comes an IR relocate. But I think a little bit too wasted. Ult's wasted. Here comes Ray. He does stun Victor. Gimli can just take him back with the relocate. So he's just standing up here, looking to see if he needs to grab everybody back. Everyone looks to be full health, so Gimli will just TP back. Okay. Well, that was exciting.
What happens if you are both lassoed and relocated?
The relocate wins. But you can't relocate enemy heroes, and you can only lasso enemy heroes. So, that is impossible. But for example, if the enemy team is an IO and your team is a Batrider, and you lasso someone and then IO relocates them, the relocate wins. So IO is a counter to Batrider. Yes.
Which is why it's good to get both of them waiting for you.
That's the true counter. Batrider using that, we picked up 4 staff here. He's a fast mofo. They're going for Blue Slice here in this bottom lane, it looks like. Here, Gimli is here. So is Bombadil. Victor is here, but none of them have any detection, guys. How are you going to kill Broodmother without detection? How are you going to do it? What's your plan? Gimli does have dust in his dash. Carry dust. Carry dust. They've played with me enough times. They know what I would say if I was there.
Carry TPs. They're the Batrider.
He did have a TP. He probably used it to get the kill when he first showed up.
I always have 2 on me.
Well, la-di-da.
La-di-da.
Aren't you fancy? Umarg throws out a sentry here by the Roche pit, but no one's in there. It's interesting, for a game where we have Troll and Lycan, we only saw the one Roche. They did take it pretty quickly. But,
Just waiting for him to come back.
yeah, it's really important when you're playing heroes like Troll and Lycan who are Roche specialists. You want to take Roche a lot, but as part of that, you also want to take him really early. Because when you know that you're going to have control of the Roche pit, or you're going to focus on that, and you have heroes that are really good at taking it, you want to start that cycle of taking a Roche as quickly as possible. That way, 40 minutes in when you need to go for your GG push, you've taken Roche, 4 times instead of 3, or 3 times instead of 2. They took a pretty decently early one, just 20 minutes. So, a little bit of a long respawn. Oh, a little bit after 20 minutes. Game's definitely slowed down a little bit here. Again, that's probably what the Dire want. Going to be relatively happy to take it late when they know they have the split pushing presence with the Broodmother. And a lot of physical damage coming on the late game from Lycan and Troll. Lycan has picked up his Necro, so those are just more units that are going to get that big buff. Troll has picked up a Helmet Dominator to complement his Sange and Yasha, so he's going to be bringing in some lifesteal. Broodmother has gone for Midas, Travels, and a Necro of herself. They're really trying to exploit the relative lack of AoE, although some are AoE, but really their team is all about buffing those minions. Venge is probably going to be going for an Atos here, She's got a 4-staff and Ernachenko boots. A pretty good farm for Venge. Ogre. Obviously not as much farm, playing the 5 position here. Just got a buckler and some arcane boots. This buckler could be a mech, could be a Crimson Guard. I would say it's a little late for both. But maybe just wanted some armor. And it's going to be a mech. Except the headdress. No, I can't say do you have any thoughts on that? It's a mech. Why do you say that?
Because ouch.
Okay, fair. Wow, Necro gets his ult off. Big gank, including Io and Batrider on the mid lane. Totally missed that. I was thinking about mechs. I don't know, I think it's a bit a little late for the mech. You typically want to try to get your mech before like 25 minutes.
Well,
You're getting it.
There's been wasted opportunities where he could have gotten a mech earlier because I just haven't been that many team fights.
Well, and more importantly, he's position 5. He doesn't have a lot of farm. But this is why I don't think position 5 should build a mech. Because by the time they get it, it's kind of irrelevant. You know, obviously it's a flat heal bonus, so it doesn't scale. So, in my opinion, unless you're going to have someone going to farm it as their first item, and they're going to be able to farm it as their first item relatively quickly, in my opinion, there are better things to go for. But he has it. Doesn't hurt. Necro did not go for a mech. Necro went straight for the axe and now has a blink. Not totally sure what his next item is going to be here. Go for Shiva's. Could go for Refresher. A heart. There's obviously lots of different items. Scythe of Ice could be decent here. Shiva's would provide a lot of good AoE, which is obviously great against his hard minion build. But of course the slow will not work on Lycan. His ult. A zip and a double cup. Says Blue Slice.
Yes.
So that's nice.
I don't really know what that means.
I'm not totally sure what that means
I
actually.
could take some guesses.
Yeah, knowing Blue Slice, I'm kind of okay not knowing what it means. Probably is not like the most. Anyway, so Drawbridge is being chased. He's got the Heaven's Halberd debuff on him from Gimli, and the Necro comes out, not quite killing him, but still providing enough lockdown to make sure that he falls. And Radiant's gonna walk straight into Roche. You don't have your troll, they say. We don't need our Sand King. He can take care of Mother on the top lane, and we're gonna take this Roshan. Gotta steal this Roshan from Dire as much as possible because obviously they're very good at taking it. I have a great Roche team. Kickapew can provide some heals. Bombadil needs to throw out his ult because any damage. And Vengeful Spirit's going to scout this out. So now they know that he's there. They know that Kickapew's low. They know that they're not taking it very quickly. They know that they still have a lot of time because Roche has a lot of health. And I think they're going to have to back out here. There's now a Lycan Wolf in the pit as well. So they will see if they try to go again. And they're gonna miss out on that Roche. So got the team fight they wanted, or got the kill they wanted. Pick off. Wasn't able to do anything about it. Gimli's here. Now these are Necro 3 minions here from Lycan. I really feel like Dire needs to do a better job. Every time that there's like multiple units hitting a tower, they should be using the Lycan Howl and the Troll ult. And I think they've not been as disciplined at that as they really should need to be. But that's okay, we still love them. This Broodmother still farming pretty well, sitting on top of the net worth chart, thanks to that Midas and a lot of free farm and a lot of jungle farm. 16k net worth, but hasn't had that much of an effect at the game. There's still only one tier 2 up, and it is this middle tier 2, so she's definitely done her job, but this time where she becomes less big of a deal, and they do catch her with the lasso on the bottom lane. They did not actually pull her in though, and she's getting back into her nets. There is vision of her, so she should still fall here. Oh, another dust. Woo! They needed that. Yeah, I think
Wasting your ult, but I like to point out that your ult is equally wasted if you never use it because you're waiting for the person.
no, you're absolutely right though. We do see Kickapew does get his ult off on Troll, but that he's got full health. He was really just trying to save himself, and he's gonna go hard on Gimli here. Now is tired of getting pushed around, although Gimli does throw out the halberd on him. Has no way to get around him. Might try to zip to somebody through these trees. Can he get it? Can he get it on Batrider? Oh! Batrider just not close enough for him to tether to. Gimli was probably pretty upset. Got creep block there. I can imagine the types of things that he is probably saying. He's peak right now. And Ray gets the middle tower. So that's 2-for-1 exchange for the Radiant, although they do lose their mid tier 2. And it looks like Vengeful Spirit's gonna die here too. Oh, here comes Umark, has a stun, but it's not in time! Still cooling down, and Venge TP's out. Dire may try to push. Oh, well, that's not, well, the closest click is double click, but a panic TP should be fine.
You just need to be somewhere else.
Sometimes you just need to be somewhere else. 9 health from Vengeful Spirit, very close. Another close call. I still remember that 13 health from top lane. Or the troll, yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. How low did the troll get? I don't know if we got the number. Yeah, close calls. Troll goes in here, although Batrider immediately scouts it out with a... Oh, he's not... Okay, I thought he was going to try to get him up on that hill. I know he was thinking about it, but Flame Break does not land. Kick walks in. Troll still at basically full health, but the Roche posturing begins. The fry pit is not secure, Libby. Don't you remember from the Cafe Sano? Anyway. Okay, Radiant has now walked into Roche here. They're confident there's no vision, but there's a dire Lycan Wolf in there. Do they not know this is happening? Dire? Hello? Guys? Oh, here comes Victor. Okay, they must know this is happening. Okay, they have a Lycan Wolf in there. They can see... Whoa! Big swap from Ray. Just managed to pick up the Viper, though he's not getting focused down very quickly. He's going to be able to get his ult off here. Oh, does it turn? Use your ult. Oh, you just turn your ult. Dude, you're dead. They managed to kill off the Viper right at the start. That's a good person to kill early on. Blue Slice is now going hard on Victor here. Victor throws out the dust. But Vengeful Spirit is managed to killing him. Meanwhile, Necro is being chased. Lycan's going on her. He's trying to TP up, but he dies. No 13 health that time, boys. And here comes Gimli. Umark's like, I'm fucking out of here. And Gimli's gonna die as well. Oh! Great header from Gimli, but he stops. The troll slow hits. The Atos is there. Should fall. Moves into them. Gets some ball damage while he can. But cannot deal. And this could be it. Dire pushing in this bottom lane. Trying to take the tower as quickly as possible.
If you're going for the catapult,
That's Umark for you, dude. He's a playmaker on every level. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Use your ult, troll. Use your ult. There you go. Whoa, big ult from Sand King. Troll falls immediately. Everyone's low. Kickapew comes in here. Has his ult. The eyeballs are swinging. They want Vengeful. She's slowed. Eyeball lands on Ogre. Here comes Kick. He's got his passive, so they're going to have to kill him if they want to stay alive. Manages to heal himself. Has the bottle. Use the bottle. Use the bottle. Gets the heal off. Once or twice, the Lycan Wolves are after him. Kick will probably fall here, but they do manage to defend their racks. Oh, and he's probably going to pay for that right here. Here comes Dire, relocates in, finds two. Vengeful Spirit immediately comes out. They manage to kill the Vengeful quickly. They're going to go for this Lycan, but I don't know if they can catch him. Victor has a force staff. He needs a lasso. Get the lasso. He gets the lasso off on Conewolf. Rising's running away. They're doing damage, but Dire relocates away. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Well, Conewolf lived.
And the rats survived. Fight another day.
That Lycan I was sure was dead. Full duration lasso, but just no damage. And the IoT relocated away right at the last second. They needed those few more balls to hit. That's what she said.
That may or may not be what she said.
That may not be.
Not saying, because you're being classy here.
I wasn't being classy. I don't remember agreeing with that. You're the classy one. I saw you brought a lady on. You know, class things up a bit. This Century War doing a lot of work for the Radiant. So yeah, that could have been it for the Radiant. I thought it was. Great buyback. Great Sand King ult yet again from Umark. Making the plays. Making the plays. Uh-oh, here comes Victor on top of Blue Slice. Can't see him in the webs. Doesn't have detection. Carry detection, guys. So many wards. Not in it. Desire's like, we're gonna deward that. Oh, Bombadil goes in, but now he's got Rose and Blue Slice going on. Blue Slice pops his ultimate. He should just TP away here. I don't think Blue Slice will be able to kill him. And he doesn't. Conewolf gets another kill here. Taking care of that IO. And Kickapew's gonna die to this troll again. Drawbridge has had Kickapew's number all game. Moths do not have a half-fire rush.
I've been taken, I believe, 3 times at this point.
Yeah, that's good for the Radiant, though. It means that even though the Dire can take Roach very quickly, they've kept pressure on them and not let him do it. Okay, now they're going to go top here, try to go for an exposed lane of Rex. They have mid pushing in with Dimensional Spirit, and Broodmother going bottom. What a Radiant with their 2 heroes. They're going to lose a Rax here. They got to pick which one. And they choose not bottom, although they get up there too late, and now they lost top. And then here comes bottom, and that's a lot of Spiders. And they are coming bottom to try to help. Lycan does have how he uses it. Uh-oh. Roll. GG. Well played.
There we go.
And that is it. Yes, go ahead.
If we learned anything this weekend of Dota, it's that you should not stop fighting just because you're waxing your 2 points are down.
That is a fair point. It turns out, when they say it's impossible, it's still possible. Oh, a little bit of BM from Blue Slice. Bad Blue Slice. But it's a win for the Dire. So yeah, the Conewolf takes the first point in this year's King of the Hill with his attack speed buff strat.
Is he maintaining his kingship, or was he the challenger?
He was a challenger, but the king, they were basically both challengers. So he wins the first point and will be king for the next game in the King of the Hill. That might be right now, although might be next week. We'll see if everyone's going to stick around for another game. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me. Also Nothing, you did an excellent job. I know this casting games is not really your forte, but we'll that's fine. Thank you for filling in where you were needed. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and turn the stream off for now. There might be another game. We'll see. But thanks everybody for watching, and